Have you ever wondered why some people always seem financially prepared no matter what happens? It's not luck, it's structure. And one of the most powerful financial systems I teach my clients is called the 3-bucket approach. It's a simple visual way to understand how to save and invest your money for today, tomorrow, and the future. Now, once you learn this system, you'll never look at finances the same way again. So let's break it down. Now, the foundation of buckets and why they work. Here's the truth. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a money organization problem. They mix short-term cash with long-term investments, and when life happens, like a job loss, medical bills, or a car repair, they dip into their retirement accounts or credit cards. The 3-bucket approach fixes that. It gives your money a purpose and keeps you financially balanced at every stage of life. Now, think of it as your financial blueprint. Each bucket plays a role, and together, they create stability, growth, and long-term security. Now let's talk about bucket 1, short-term savings and liquidity. This is your safety bucket. Its job is to handle life's unexpected moments, and it should include a checking account, savings or money market funds, short-term CDs, or cash reserves. Now keep in mind, you want 3 to 6 months of living expenses here, sometimes more if your income fluctuates. This bucket isn't about making money, it's about protecting what you have. Because if an emergency hits and you don't have this bucket, you'll be forced to dip into your investments or even go into debt. That's what throws people off track. Now, on the investment side, this is the taxable income side of the bucket. And liquidity means you can access funds right away, right now. This is a start in making sure your money starts to work for you. Now, let's talk about bucket 2. And this is the midterm savings bucket, also known as growth with protection. Now, as we move into this growth and accumulation bucket, this bucket is for goals you'll reach in the next 5 to 10 years. Like saving for college, a home upgrade, or building business reserves. Here's what you might include: bonds or fixed income investments, balanced mutual funds or index funds, fixed annuities, cash value life insurance for liquidity and tax advantage. The goal here is to earn more than your savings bucket while still keeping risk moderate. This bucket gives you stability and steady growth without the roller coaster ride of the market. Now, on the investment side, this is your tax-deferred side of the bucket. Even though this is an accumulation bucket, I need you to be advised. Tax-deferred doesn't mean tax-free. At some point, this money will be taxed. This is the time to look at ways to decrease your tax burden as you move towards that 3rd bucket. Now, let's talk about the 3rd bucket, long-term investing. This is the wealth builder. This bucket is designed for your 10-plus year goals, retirement, legacy planning, or generational wealth. Now, here's where time and compounding work in your favor. This bucket might include stocks, ETFs, or mutual fund, real estate investment, variable annuities, or managed portfolios, employer retirement plans, 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, etc. The key here is time in the market, not timing the market. By keeping this money invested long-term, you allow compounding interest to do the heavy lifting. On the investment side, this is the tax-free distribution side of the bucket, where you're keen on the possibility of doing a Roth conversion, using cash value life insurance, and QLACs to decrease your tax burden during the required mandatory distribution, also called RMD phase, from your 401k account. Now, let's talk about how these buckets work together. Here's the magic. These buckets aren't separate. They feed each other. When your short-term bucket fills up, you can start moving extra funds into your midterm bucket. Once the midterm bucket goals are covered, you can allocate more into your long-term investment bucket. This creates a natural flow. Bucket 1, protection. Bucket 2, progress. Bucket 3, prosperity. And if life throws a curveball, you won't need to cash out investments or borrow money. You already have that structure in place. Now, let me give you a real-life example. I once worked with a young couple, both in their 30s, who were saving aggressively but didn't have a system. When they had an unexpected car repair, they had to pull money from their 401k. By the time penalties and taxes hit, they lost nearly 30% of what they had withdrawn. We restructured their plan using the 3-bucket approach. $15,000 went into short-term cash reserve, $25,000 went into a mix of balanced funds and annuities. The rest went into long-term investing for retirement. 2 years later, they had a clear plan, no stress during emergencies, and their investments were growing. That's the difference structure makes. So when you think about money, don't just think about saving or investing. Think about strategy. The 3-bucket approach gives you a clear roadmap so you can build wealth, protect your lifestyle, and plan for the future with confidence. Now, if this content was helpful, please share it with someone who may benefit from this topic. And don't forget to like and please subscribe to the channel. But don't stop here. Check out my next video right here for more insurance and financial tips. And as I like to say, call Jay today. Thanks for listening.